With just under 2 weeks before the general election, political organizations have accelerated campaign efforts. But Bahamas Christian Council President Bishop Delton Fernander said the mass gathering events that have been held in the past few days were unacceptable, as he hit out at the government on Monday morning for throwing the health protocols out of the window while prohibiting grieving families from having more than 30 people at a graveside funeral. Fernander said at some point, we have to make it make sense.
We ought to be careful and still be mindful that we're in a pandemic, and the large numbers that are on trucks and vans are unacceptable.
The Bahamas continues to record a surge in COVID cases, hospitalizations, and deaths. While the Free National Movement has been having drive-in rallies, during those rallies, some FNM supporters left their vehicles and mingled in groups. The Progressive Liberal Party had a virtual rally on Saturday night. Although PLP leader Philip Brave Davis chastised the FNM for having drive-in rallies, there were large trucks filled with PLP supporters during motorcades that took place on New Providence on Saturday. Fernander said it seems the church has had to abide by the rules that doesn't apply to political organizations.
This is the challenge we've had, that it seemingly the church and the spiritual arm was picked on, that these protocols weren't going to work, but yet the same protocols can be used for them to do state funerals and the like. And then the challenging part is to throw them all out the window and have these mass gatherings when we are challenged to have 30 persons in a graveyard. At some point, we've got to make it make sense.
Fernander also hit out over the fact that quarantined voters will likely not be able to vote. He challenged the government to come up with a plan.
There's a way to do it. There's a way to accomplish it. But we just can't say that it cannot happen, because it's incumbent upon the government to have a plan in place when you call an election. And if I'm negative and I'm quarantined, there ought to be a plan in place for that person to vote, and not just carte blanche say they're not going to be able to vote.
Last week, Minister of National Security Marvin Dames, who has responsibility for elections, strongly suggested that quarantined and COVID-positive voters will not be able to vote in the upcoming general election. Similarly, Minister of Health Leonard Wells said that while he could not say what the final decision is, health officials have recommended that COVID-positive and quarantined individuals will not be allowed to vote. Reporting for Guardian News Network, I'm Jasmine Brown.